Welcome to this short video that will teach you how to enter and submit your students' midterm and final grades to AARO from your Canvas course. You can refer to the academic calendar to see when grades are due and when they become available to students. First, navigate to the Canvas course you will be submitting grades for. Click on the link in the course navigation called Send Grades to AARO. If Send Grades to AARO doesn't appear in your course navigation, you can enable it by going to Settings and Navigation, dragging Send Grades to AARO into your navigation menu, and clicking Save at the bottom. Once in Send Grades to AARO, you will see some horizontal tabs at the top. These include a Midterm 1 and Final tab, where you will enter in students' grades at the midterm and end of semester respectively. Take a look at the columns that appear in these two tabs. Student name displays a list of students in your course. Current grade displays the student's current grade in the Canvas course. It matches what appears in the total column of the Canvas gradebook. This column will be blank if no grades have been entered into the Canvas gradebook yet. It will display both a percentage and a letter grade. Midterm 1 or Final, depending on which tab you are in, will auto-populate with the student's current letter grades in Canvas. If the grade you submit should be different from what is pre-populated from Canvas, for instance, if you have assignments that aren't added to the Canvas gradebook, you can edit the letter grades in this column. The Submitted Grade column will populate only after you have submitted students' grades. The Final tab contains a column called Expire Date. You can ignore this as it is no longer used. The Last Attended Date column is only used if you had a student who did not drop or withdraw, but stopped attending and failed due to non-attendance. For these students, you will enter in a grade of WF in the Midterm 1 or Final column, and enter the date they last attended in the Last Attended Date column. The Never Attended column is for students who never attended class and failed due to non-attendance. For these students, you will enter a grade of WF in the Midterm 1 or Final column and check the box under Never Attended. If you want to assign an incomplete, you will work with your department's program manager to submit an incomplete grade form to AARO on your behalf. This form must be submitted prior to the grading deadline. You will keep the student's current grade in the Midterm 1 or Final column. You can't enter in an I for incomplete in this column. AARO will manually overwrite the student's letter grade. When you are ready to submit grades, take a moment to ensure all grades are correct in the Midterm 1 or Final column. Then click Submit at the bottom of the page. This image shows the possible messages you may receive after submitting grades. A green message indicates your grade submissions were successful. A red message indicates an error. If you have questions about the error message, you can contact EdTech or Help Desk. A blue message indicates that a grade was not entered for a student and therefore not submitted. A yellow message indicates that a grade was saved but not submitted. You can ensure that your grades have been submitted when they appear in the Submitted Grade column. You can make grade changes and send grades to AARO while the grading period is still open. To do so, update the grade in the Midterm 1 or Final column and click Submit. Any grade changes or grade submissions after the grading period ends will require an approved grade change form, which comes from AARO. You've now learned how to enter and submit your students' grades to AARO from your Canvas course. Thanks for watching.